Okay, to everyone, good morning. So we are about to enter today's Erev Shabbat Chazon, Shabbat before Tisha B'Av. So we are in the 9 days where we can't have meat, but on Shabbat, one is allowed to have meat. There are some customs that they don't have meat even on Shabbat, but the general custom and halacha is that one does have meat on Shabbat, even Seudah Shalishit, etc., as we've mentioned. So I think David asked this question with regards to, we might have touched upon it, with regards to Erev Shabbat. There's a mitzvah to'ameh chaim zachu, to taste the food before Shabbat to ensure that there is the proper spices, etc. So just to clarify, one can taste food that has meat in it, let's say a dafina, but not have the meat itself. So let's say you're going to have the potato to try the taste of the whole thing to see if it needs it, even though you're going to have to wait 6 hours now because it's a tafshil of, it's a what's a good word for tafshil? It's a dish, thank you. It's a meat dish. It has meat in it and meat fats, etc. You can't have the meat itself on Erev Shabbat. No, there's different. There's different. Now it's avilut time, right? So so you get a little bit of leeway where you could taste, because the whole point of the tasting is to make sure that you have enough salt, etc. So you taste the tefshil part. Now, what about leftovers for Motzei Shabbat? So when it comes to leftovers, if a person does not do what's called harama is that you planned it in advance. So let's say I have leftovers for Motzei Shabbat, so you can eat those leftovers Saturday night for Milav Malka of meat. You can have it, but you can't plan it in advance. Oh, let me make extra for Shabbat and I have like leftovers. No. If you happen to have leftovers, then for Milav Malka, for the Motzei Shabbat meal, you can have, right, yes, you can have the meat for leftovers. Now, for the children, for let's say you have leftovers on Sunday, then you can't have the meat. For children that are under the age of chinuch, under age 6 and 7, you can feed them those leftovers if they don't know again about the Bet HaMikdash, etc. After that age, they already are in the know, so they can't have it. The general custom as well is not to have wine during the 9 days, except for Shabbat, of course. And Havdalah, of course, you can have. So alcohol in general, beer, whiskey, etc., you are allowed to have during the 9 days. But again, just to say, Havdalah, one is allowed to have during the 9 days. Wine. Lastly, is that on the 10th day of Av, the next day, so the Bet HaMikdash was still burning. There's a machloket in the Gemara if they should have established Tisha B'Av on the 10th or the 9th. The 9th is when it started. The 10th is when it mainly happened and it kind of finished. And the Gemara says, no, we go with the start of the Puranut. And the start was on the 9th. But it kept on burning through the 10th. So therefore, the minhag is that we don't eat meat or wine till midday of the next day, of the 10th day. Keep just the meat, keep into the next day. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha tonight at 6:45. Have a good day, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.